Hey tennis fans, I'm Grace Carter and this is Tennis Now presented by Tennis Express. Get your favorite tennis gear at tennisexpress.com today. This episode, we thought we'd look back at what we found to be the 10 biggest moments of the 2024 Grand Slam season in no particular order. To start us off, it's when Rybakina lost the longest tiebreak in history to Blinkova. 42 points, 14 combined match points, 31 draining minutes. The longest tiebreak in Grand Slam history. Credit to Anna Blinkova, who finished off a second-round victory over the 2022 Aussie Open champion, Elena Rybakina. She's going to remember this one forever, and so will we. It was incredible. Next is Jannik Sinner winning his first major title. Happened back in January. Sinner hit the next level, defeating 10-time Aussie Open champion Novak Djokovic in the semis before knocking off Daniil Medvedev from 2 sets down in the final to become the first Italian man to win a major title since 1976. We'll have more on Sinner later. Meantime, number 3, Iga Swiatek, saving match point versus Naomi Osaka. Swiatek's bid for a 4th title at Roland Garros was nearly over before it started, but she was able to save a match point and then pull past Osaka in 3 gripping sets, 2 hours and 57 minutes. She would go on to win her 4th title in Paris and her 5th major title overall by defeating Yasmin Paolini in the final. Next is Nole's miracle. Novak Djokovic did not win a major in 2024, but he did create one of his most memorable moments during the 4th round at Roland Garros. His Houdini act against Francisco Cerundolo, which lasted 4 hours and 39 minutes, was in many ways a testament to the toughness of Novak Djokovic. Playing with a knee injury that would then require surgery only days later, he rallied for an emphatic victory against all odds. It was unforgettable. 5th on our list of memorable moments, Alcaraz rising. Carlos Alcaraz's 3rd career Grand Slam meeting with Jannik Sinner was the most heavily anticipated matchup at Roland Garros in 2024, and it did not disappoint. Neither did Carlos, who rallied from a set down to win in a semi-final thriller. Alcaraz would go 5 again in the final, knocking off Alexander Zverev from 2 sets to 1 down for his 3rd major title and 1st at the French. Number 6. A farewell to Rafa. Rafa Nadal took part in what may have been his last Roland Garros match. We don't know yet. He fell to Alexander Zverev in the first round, 6-3, 7-5, 6-3, in 3 hours and 5 minutes. It was Nadal's first opening round loss in his Roland Garros career, and it was the most emotional moment for the tournament for the legions of fans who watched. Next up, Barbara Krejcikova. She returns to glory. Now, to be honest, nobody really gave the former Grand Slam champion any consideration ahead of Wimbledon this year. And while it's fair to say she hasn't been the most consistent player, Krejcikova is among the best players in the world when she plays inspired tennis. And she did that this year. And she followed in the footsteps of her mentor, Jana Novotná, the 1998 champion who passed away in 2017, but seems to live through Krejcikova these days. The Czech notched a 6-2, 2-6, 6-4 victory over Yasmin Paolini in the final to become a multiple major champion. Number 8, the Alcaraz exclamation point. One slam win, which came at Roland Garros, could have been enough, but not for Carlos Alcaraz. He went on to make history at Wimbledon, dominating the 7-time champ there, Novak Djokovic, in the final and racking up his 4th major. Alcaraz has become the youngest player to win the Roland Garros Wimbledon double in the same season and the 2nd man in history and youngest to win his first 4 major finals. To do it against the greatest that ever lived, well, that's even better. Number 9, American Anthem in New York. For years, we have heard about the young crop of American men and how they were destined to one day do really big things. Well, they made good on that promise at this year's U.S. Open, producing the first All-American men's semifinal at a slam since 2005 and the first American men's singles Grand Slam finalist since Andy Roddick in 2009. Taylor Fritz fell to Jannik Sinner in the final, but the colossal step made by the American men on the big stage in New York, well, that was a massive highlight at this year's slam. And finally, Hardcourt King and Queen. All hail Aryna Sabalenka and Jannik Sinner, who finished their slam seasons big in New York, both taking the titles at Flushing Meadows, which means that Sinner and Sabalenka are the first two players to run the table at the Hardcourt majors since Mats Wilander and Steffi Graf way back in 1988. They each went 14-0, setting the stage for the 2025 Australian Open, where each will enter as the favorite to keep their streaks alive. So there you have it, 10 great moments of the 2024 Grand Slam season. By the way, one more incredible moment worth mentioning, but not part of the Grand Slam season, is of course Nole winning the gold at the Olympics. Just one more piece of history for the greatest ever. Any other moments that stand out to you? Let us know in the comment section, and we'll see you next time.